That's great. That's great. English is not a language that I would ever strive to learn. So I always think people who are on Cambly, like, I think that they are, what's the word? Like great people because um, for me, if I didn't speak English because I was raised English, I don't think I'd learn English because I think it's really difficult, and always struggle in school with English. Um, so yeah, I can, what we would say in English, the phrase I take my hat off, which is like I compliment those or I look up to those who do English because it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to learn, and it is something you have to keep learning, keep working on, keep using it when you do know how. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for
That's
asking. How
good.
are you doing?
Well, thank you. Um, I know that we've chatted a while ago, quite a long time ago, but I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember anything about you actually. Could you just remind me who you are, what you do?
Yes, my name is Anand. I'm a teacher. I run an institute named Read and Achieve Classes, and I'm teacher there. So yeah, that's all about me. If you talk about my hobbies, yes, I love to roam around. I love to listen to audiobooks. I Nowadays my new hobby is that I love to teaching. I love teaching. I teach my students.
Okay. And so what do you teach? What is it, a specific subject?
I teach chemistry, and but I'm training them how to speak in English nowadays. Yes, I'm enjoying it. My new job.
So do you do chemistry and now you're teaching English as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's very cool. And is it at the same school that you're teaching chemistry and English?
Yeah, it's an institution, right? I had established this institution in 2017, right? So I have been chemistry teacher there, but right now I'm teaching English as well.
Okay.
It's not a
Okay.
school; it's a tutoring center.
Okay, okay. So and then so for what, not what kind of people, but for, is it for certain age groups, or is it kind of like people can go there after school for extra lessons? Or is it only for yeah, who can attend the institution?
Yes, yeah, I got you. Like the students who are from age group 12 to 19, 20, I mean, basically, they go to school and after school, they come to my institution every day just for
Okay.
help. Yeah, kind of coaching.
Okay. That's awesome. And so how many students come to your institution?
Right now, more than 110 students.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Um
Yeah, that's a lot. But in India, our population is very, we are the most populated country on this planet
mm,
right now. So
yeah.
110 students is not big
Not a
deal. I
lot.
mean, yes, they're not a
Yes,
lot.
in the
We can have,
context of the
yeah,
country.
yes.
Okay. Well, you have to look at it as that's 100 students that you are helping, where you could be only helping 50 students, and so that's still having an impact.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So then I'm assuming the institution's actually only open in the afternoon. So then what do you usually do in the morning? Is that like prep work or setting up, or is that when you do like your hobbies?
No, it's not a prep work. In the morning, we have also students. Like, there are a few boards, I mean, kind of curriculum. So some guys follow some curriculum, which we have two kinds of boards. Okay, so one boards runs school during morning and others during evening. So the students who goes school during evening shift, they come to study in the morning, right? And the students who go to school in the morning, they come at evening, afternoon.
Okay. Okay. Wow. And then how many teachers are teaching in your institution?
Right now, 5 teachers. But I
Okay.
had started on my own. Like I was all alone. I was just teaching them mathematics, physics, chemistry, 3 subjects when I had started. But later on, I
Mm.
expanded everything.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
amazing. That's amazing. So before you did
Thank you.
this, were you just a normal teacher in a normal school?
I was not a teacher anywhere else. Like in India, you can run your individual classes. Yeah, it's up to you. So I felt like, I would be good at teaching. So I started my own institution without any experience. It was very difficult at the beginning and I had just few students. But later on, yeah, I improved everything and I'm here.
That's incredible. That's really incredible. So did you study at university before this?
Yes, I
And what it
had done my MSc in chemistry, master's in
o-
chemistry.
okay. Okay. So chemistry is your passion. One of your passions.
Yes, one of my passions, but more than chemistry, I always feel enthusiastic about English language and I have always been learning it. Although we don't have any means to learn English here, where I'm residing in India, it is very undeveloped area, right? So, kind of in terms of English, especially English, nobody knows how to speak in English. Very few individuals, right? So I learned on my own. I have always been striving to learn this language.
Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. English is not a language that I would ever strive to learn. So I always think people who are on Cambly, like, I think that they are, what's the word? Like great people because, um, for me, if I didn't speak English because I was raised English, I don't think I'd learn English because I think it's really difficult, and always struggle in school with English. Um, so yeah, I can, what we would say in English, the phrase I take my hat off, which is like I compliment those or I look up to those who do English because it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to learn, and it is something you have to keep learning, keep working on, keep using it when you do know how to speak it so that you don't, that you not necessarily even keep improving, but just to maintain that level. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think English is hard. I don't know
Even
what you
improvement,
think.
even improvements comes after hard work and time. I mean, I know if I would not practice English for 1 month, then my level would be, it will go down. I
Yeah.
could clearly see, my confidence level. I would start fumbling so many things. So that's why I always keep in touch with this language, even though I
Mm.
don't have time right now. Just I have finished my uh, class and I came in this class, right? Just 5 minutes ago, this class. So
Mhm.
kind of, I'm just looking for, even if I have a small bit of time, I want to use it just for improving my English. And I'm
Yes,
passionate about
yes.
it. I love it.
So what things fascinate you about English? Like what is it that attracts you to English?
Importance of English, to be honest, nothing else, right? So I know English is just a language, just like other languages. But one thing, the importance of English, and I know right now I can communicate with vast audience with the help of English. I mean, if you want to talk with the whole world, I can say like this. If you want to talk with the
Mhm.
whole world, then one language can help you, that is English. And I'm kind of person who really love to talking with people all around the world. So I know the importance of this language if I want to talk, if I want to talk with the people from all over the world, and if I want to know about the people as well. Because when you know English, then English opens lots of door for you that would help you to understand this world better, right? So
Mm.
I feel like the importance of this language right now.
Yes, yes. And you said that you like to speak to people from around the world. So, um, how is that? How do you see people from other parts of the world? Do you travel, or when people come to India? How? Yeah, your experience with
Right
interacting
now,
with
the most
people from around the
convenient,
world.
yeah. So right now, the most convenient way is meeting online. But Yes, I have always been a great. I mean, I have been always enthusiastic about traveling, and I have traveled all across India. So I love traveling, and I have a goal in my mind that I want to travel all around the world. I want to explore different things in this world in future, right? And I, whenever
Okay.
I get time, I travel, even not too far than in my local areas, right? So I want to. So I love traveling, and yeah, it is one of my reasons to learn English. And the other thing is that in my academics in India right now, if you know how to speak English, it can enhance your level, it can enhance your grade, it can make you smart. People will look up to you, So that's the also reason. And more than everything, I know that English is helping me to gr- grow in my career. I mean, if I wanna read any novel or anything, if I wanna enjoy, I think the most important books of this world, then it would be in English.
Mm.
It doesn't matter if it is written in other language or not, but it would be written in English. So I know the importance of this language.
That's very interesting. Very interesting. And so you said you want to travel throughout the world. Do you have countries that are at the top of your list that you'd want to go to first, in case you can't do every single one of them?
I I don't have any countries in my mind, but I feel like I would start traveling from my neighbor countries, right? So kind of if I would start traveling uh, from neighbor countries, and I would feel a little bit more comfortable because like for example, the people in Pakistan, Bangladesh, people in
Mhm.
uh, Philippines, they are more similar to Indians, so I would feel comfortable with them. And later on, I would experience other parts of the world as well. I know everywhere people are good and bad. I would have no problem even if I want to travel other parts of the world. And I have a kind of mind and I strength, because I have been traveling all over India and in different geographies. And India itself is a big country. It has different terrain, different languages, different culture in every part of India. So kind of I am habituated, but I feel like will I start from my neighbor countries.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Because usually people are like, well, we want to go far. But it's actually, it makes sense what you're saying to work from somewhere close to you. It's also a lot more comfortable, as you said.
And I'm
People are a lot
and
more
I'm
similar.
interested in the culture. I'm interested in people. I'm interested in their living style, a standard of living. I want to look to these things, So that's why I feel
Yeah.
like I will start from my neighbor countries to know the better. And my main purpose of traveling is to know this world, to
Hmm.
understand how this world works. Even I couldn't understand because it's too vast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's so great. Okay. Well, the time
Thank
is
you.
already running out. Thank you so much.